of the National Curriculum Framework 2005. Introduction. NPE 1986 assigned a special role to NCERT in preparing and promoting NCF, National Curriculum Framework. Yaspal Committee Report Learning Without Burden 1993 observes that learning has become a source of burden and stress on children and their parents. Considering these observations, Executive Committee of NCERT decided at its meeting of July 14, 2004 to revise the National Curriculum Framework. The process of development of NCF was initiated 2004 by setting up various structures like National Steering Committee chaired by Professor Yaspal and 21 national focus groups on themes of curricular areas. Systematic reforms and national concerns. So, National Steering Committee chaired by Professor Yaspal and 21 national focus groups on themes of curricular areas. Systematic reforms and national concerns. The process of development of NCERT was initiated in 2004 by setting up various structures like National Steering Committee chaired by OMUC. Systematic reforms. Wide-ranging deliberations and inputs from multiple sources. Deliberations. Deliberation. Deliberations মানে বিচার বিতর্ক, জাজমেন্ট, ডিবেট, সুচিন্তিত কার্য এরকম বোঝায়। তো deliberations, wide ranging deliberations, বিবাদ বিতর্ক বলা যেতে পারে, বিতর্ক, and inputs from multiple sources involving different levels of stakeholders helped in shaping the draft of NCF. The draft NCF was translated into 22 languages listed in the 7th schedule of the Constitution. The translated versions were widely disseminated, and consultations with stakeholders at district and local level helped in developing the final draft. The word terms here, disseminated, প্রচারিত, concentrated, preached, প্রচারিত, circulated. এখানে মিনিংটা হবে wordly circulated. The translated version wordly circulated. Disseminated মানে circulated with and consultations with stakeholders at district level. Stakeholders. স্টেক হোল্ডার্স এখানে বলছে an independent party stakeholder means an independent party with whom each of those who make a wager deposits the money or counters wagered person with an interest মানে যার কাছে দুই বা ততোধিক বাজি ধরা লোকের বাজির টাকা যার কাছে জমা হয় স্টেক হোল্ডার্স। তো এখানে স্টেক হোল্ডার্সের সঙ্গে মিনিং কি? দ্য ট্রান্সলেটেড ওয়াইডলি ডিসেমিনেটেড সার্কুলার অ্যান্ড কনসালটেশনস with the stakeholders at district and local level help in developing the final draft. The draft NCF was translated in 22 languages in 7 schedule of the constitution. Translated versions disseminated holo and consultation and consulted with stakeholders. So stakeholders সেখানে কেন এলো? Why? বুঝতে পারলাম না। যাই হোক, দ্য এনসিএফ ওয়াজ অ্যাপ্রুভড বাই সেন্ট্রাল অ্যাডভাইজারি বোর্ড অন এডুকেশন ইন সেপ্টেম্বর 2005। দ্য এনসিএফ ওয়াজ অ্যাপ্রুভড, তাহলে এফেক্ট হলো 2004, কিন্তু তার সরি 2004-এ ফ্রেমওয়ার্ক হলো, 2005-এ অ্যাপ্রুভ হয়ে গেল। ভিশন অ্যান্ড পার্সপেক্টিভ, ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট পার্ট, ভিশন অ্যান্ড পার্সপেক্টিভ অফ এনসিএফ. To uphold values enshrined declared or decided in the Constitution of India. Uphold মানে সমর্থন করা বা তুলে ধরা, অনুমোদন করা। To uphold, to authorize values enshrined, declared or you may say described in the Constitution of India, to reduce the curriculum load, to ensure quality education for all, to initiate certain systematic changes. এবার হচ্ছে guiding principles. So what are the guiding principles? Connecting knowledge to life outside school. Connected knowledge to life outside the school. Connected knowledge, guiding principles. Connecting knowledge to life outside the school. Ensuring that learning is shifted away from rote methods. Rot. আর রট মানে এখানে বাতিল। রট মেথড মানে না বুঝে মুখস্থ করা, এটা রট মেথড মানে এনশিওরিং দ্য লার্নিং ইজ শিফটেড অ্যাওয়ে ফ্রম রট মেথডস, এনরিচিং কারিকুলাম সো দ্যাট ইট গোজ বিয়ন্ড টেক্সট বুক, enriching curriculum so that it goes beyond textbook. Next, making examination more flexible and non-threatening. Making examination more flexible and non-threatening. Discuss the aim of education. Building commitment to democratic values of quality, justice, secularism and freedom. Building commitment to democratic values of quality, equality, justice, secularism and freedom. Focus on child as an active learner. Number A, primacy to children's experience. Primacy, not primary. ওয়ার্ডটা ভালো করে দেখো, প্রাইমেসি। সো হোয়াট ইজ দ্য মিনিং অফ প্রাইমেসি? মানে প্রথম স্থান, মুখ্যতা। Primacy to children's experience, their voices and participation. Focus on childs as an active learner. Primacy to children's experience, এটা শিশুর অভিজ্ঞতা, মুখ্যতা, their voices and participation. Number B, needs for adult to change their perception of children as passive receiver of knowledge. Children can be active participants in the construction of knowledge, and every child comes to school with pre-knowledge. Children must be encouraged to relate the learning to their immediate environment. Must be encouraged to relate the learning to their immediate environment. Emphasizes that gender, class, creed shouldn't be constraint for the child. এগুলো বাধা হতে পারে না। Creed means ধর্ম বিশ্বাস, gender বা class not be constraint, বাধা for the child. Highlights the value of integration, designing more challenging activities. Circular areas, school stages and assessment. Recommends significant changes in maths, natural sciences and social sciences. Overall view to reduce stress. Make education more relevant, meaningful. Overall view to reduce stress. Make education more relevant, meaningful. Number 1, language. To implement 3 language formula. One language. To implement 3 language formula, emphasis on mother tongue as medium of instruction. Curriculum should contain multilingual proficiency if mother tongue is considered as second language. Focus on all skills. 2 number, mathematics. Teaching on mathematics to focus on child's resources to think and reason, to visualize abstractions and to solve problems. Science. Teaching of science to focus on methods and processes that will nurture thinking process, curiosity and creativity. Social science. Social science to be considered from disciplinary perspective with rooms for integrated approach in the treatment of significant themes, enabling pedagogic practices for promoting thinking process, decision making and critical reflections. Draw attention on 4 other areas. Art education covers music, dance, visual arts and theatre, which on interactive approaches, not instruction, aesthetic awareness, but enable children to express themselves in different forms. Health and physical education health depend upon nutrition and planned physical activities. Education for peace as a precondition to snub growing violence and intolerance. Education for peace as a precondition to snub growing violence. Snub মানে তিরস্কার, to snub growing violence, তিরস্কার করা, ধমকানি দেওয়া, as a precondition to snub growing violence and intolerance. Work and education, as it can create a social temper, and agencies offering work opportunities outside the school should be formally recognized, as it can create a social temper. Work education. And agencies offering work opportunities outside the school should be formally recognized. We are discussing NCF, National Curriculum Forum, NCF, where The point school and classroom environment. Critical prerequisites for improved performance, minimum infrastructure and material facilities and support for planning a flexible daily schedule. Focus on nurturing an enabling environment. Revisits tradition notions of discipline. Revisits tradition notions of discipline. Discuss needs for providing space to parents and community. Discuss other learning sites and resources like text and books, libraries and laboratories, and media and ICT. Address the need for popularity of material and teacher autonomy professional independent to use such material. System reforms covers needs for academic planning, for monitoring quality. Teacher education should focus on developing professional identity of the teacher. Examination reforms to reduce psychological stress, particularly on children in class 10 and 12. Examination reforms highlights shift from content-based testing to problem-solving and competency-based assessment. Examinations of shorter duration, flexible time limit, change in typology of questions, no public examination till class 8, class 10 board exam to be made optional in long term. Teacher education reforms emphasize on preparation of a teacher. 2. Number 1, view learning as a search for meaning out of personal experience and knowledge generation at a continuously evolving process of reflective learning. Number 2, to view knowledge not as an external reality embedded in textbooks, but as constructed in the standard context of teaching, learning and personal experience. Guidelines for syllabus development. Guidelines for syllabus development. Number 1, development of syllabus and textbooks based on the following considerations. Number 1, development of syllabi and textbooks based on the following considerations: appropriateness of topics and themes for relevant stages of children's development, continuity from one level to the next, pervasive resonance of all values enshrined in the Constitution. Pervasive, what is the meaning of pervasive? Pervasive means poribyapok, vyaptisil, extending, spreading. Extensive, pervasive, extensive resonance of all the values. Resonance এখানে মানে কি? The organization of knowledge in all subjects. Pervasive resonance, spreading resonance of all the values incident in the Constitution of India. The organization of knowledge in all subjects. Next. Continuously from one level to the next. Continuity from one level to the next. Interdisciplinary and thematic linkages between topics listed for different school subjects. Interdisciplinary and thematic linkages between topics listed for different school subjects, which falls under different discrete disciplinary areas. Linkages between school knowledge and concern in all subjects and at all levels. Sensitivity to gender, caste, class, peace, health and need of children with disability. Integration of work-related attitudes and values in every subject and all levels. Need to nurture aesthetic sensibility and values. Linkage between school and college syllabi, avoid overlapping. Using potential of media and new information technology in all subjects. Encouraging flexibility and creativity in all areas of knowledge and its construction by children. Development of support material. Audio or video programs on NCF 2005 and textbooks. Development of support material. Audio video programs on NCF 2005 and textbooks. Source books on learning assessment. Exemplar problems in science and mathematics. Science and mathematics kits, teachers handbooks and manuals. Teacher training packages, developed syllabi and textbooks in new areas such as heritage, craft, media studies, art education, health and physical education, etc. Token various initiatives in the area of ECCE, gender, inclusive education, peace, vocational education, guidance and counseling, ICT, etc. Overall evaluation. NCF 2005 highlights the following aspects. The value of interaction with environment, peers and older people to enhance learning. That learning task must be designed to enable children to seek knowledge other than textbooks. The need to move away from Herbartian lesson. Herbartian. Is of the Harbar. See. H-E. H-E-R, Harbar. Herbartian. Harba, H-E-R-B-A. Herbartian lesson, মানে বুঝলাম না। Herbartian lesson plan to prepare plan and activities that challenge children to think and try out what they are learning. So these are all the NCF all about.